Alright, welcome back. So, let's go ahead. Oops, sorry. Let's go ahead and head to Thirdborn. I am curious to see kind of what's going on. I mean, obviously they don't want the steel garage. Alright.
The attack seems to be over. Everyone okay?
That was... I think I saw my uncle out there. He left a few weeks ago.
Who needs that?
Care of that.
If you need material for bandages, I have some. Wish I could give it out for free.
Ooh, she got a lot of good stuff. I got a decent grimoire though. And now I really don't need it either, cause I'm gonna just use spells like the normal way.
We can go check.
Look, it's him. Are we safe in here?
Envoy, over
Will the dream throws break through?
That's not a fair question to ask.
It's okay. I don't know. But we'll do everything we can.
So that's a Leviathan.
We promise both of you that.
Be nice if we...
Oh, I'm not sure what you did out in the mines, but the prices are what they are now. I'll be damned. Never thought I'd see star metal in my lifetime. Short answer, no. Long answer, still no. But the Forge Master in Solace Keep is...
Come on, where's your sense of adventure?
If you knew how rare this stuff is, you wouldn't ask me to risk it.
All right, I said she would, you said she wouldn't. There's your bet.
Ismalt's meteoric apparatus. She's a beauty, isn't she? A traveler sold it to me ages ago. Poor bastard went up against something big out in the Highlands, limped back to town, and died a few days later. Needed the money to ship his body home. I hated to take it from him. Still, Aedyr inlay, brass filigree, whew. She could use a strong hand. You interested? If the stories I hear are anything to go by, like it.
No, maybe I should upgrade my weapons. Right now I have this and this. Like this one looks cool. Maybe I can get something. No, the disappointer actually it hits, but it doesn't hit the way I kind of want it to. No, let's get him. Oh shit, that took all my money. What I got? Sure, I got something I could. Yeah, I could sell all of this. Not all of it. Let's do about. That's the half. All right. Honestly, I don't think if I'm gonna use a weapon. Just get a good one.
We need to make bandages.
If you need skates, we got things for you to kill. Hello,
We just keep the peace. Used to break up tavern. Now you're what?
We're just a bit overwhelmed right now. Okay, well, don't...
Okay.
Let me... No, I've heard of... It'll be good to have this... Put him... Enjoy skeleton hunting.
Alright.
My dear envoy. Oh, it's nothing so grand as... Even this outpost's lighthouse, fair though she is, would reach only the knee of Woedica's...
If he loves the Empire so...
How I miss the sight of your strapping tall I'm afraid I don't make it down the coast much anymore. Ugh, my Mondari. I am Nagun, dear Tawe, Koa, Ranga. They saw Aedyr with me, you know, then abandoned me.
Nostalgia and alcohol.
I am drunk on memory only. I only wish I could invite my crew. Those are old wounds, envoy. Not unless you... We took a job that was meant to be our last. Well, they robbed me, envoy. And for what? Oh, it was my fault. Now I wish to show them how I've... You would do that? You negotiate for the Emperor himself? If anyone could convince Tawe Koa... Just to the northeast, living... But that's our Tawe. Deathly serious, Koa was, about every little thing. He always... She's a scholar of munitions, happier in the hold with gunpowder. I expect she's still... Of course. Your Oathbinder guide you in the Emperor's work, envoy, and in all your labors to come.
Another day, another drunkard.
I don't think...
Welcome to the Dead Sword. What? That's an understatement. No. You're not shy. Actually, I've been waiting for a few My supplier, Falkeen, has been sitting on it. I'd be happy to reward you. Now.
Go ahead and get that. Go ahead and get that. Man, you go through money like
Going
crazy.
out to the Highlands, watch your back. They're dangerous.
What do you have? Yeah, I just need potions. Alright, let's go talk with...
You there, the one with the face. Perhaps I could entice you with riches in return for a... Hello, friend. Has anyone mentioned you? I've got a bit of... Why are you bringing the authorities into this? Look, there's a great... What? Because I'm paying above average wages? Long story short, my friend, I ordered some goods. So, I'm quite Oh, you know, My supplier has sequestered himself somewhere with my package. They communicate through graffiti. What? No! We certainly don't need to tell Hudge. Ah, good. Well, looks like you best be off. Don't forget your friend Daiko and his completely legal package that you said you'd pick up.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Yeah, it's
You're
out for
telling me
her.
they nearly destroyed Fior? Oh, gods. And Aedyr, what is it this time?
Don't worry, darling. The official Aedyr envoy is here at my request.
What I want to know is why he's in the company of one of our own.
I meant to stop by, but I guess time got away from me.
I'll deal with you later. We have unfinished business. But your friend has some explaining to do. Why have you come to Thirdborn? After what your people... And that is the only good to come out of them.
I know you're upset, Tamara. I'm furious too, darling. That monster stole my reason. But you know that if this Aedyr was untrustworthy...
I apologize, Envoy. Eagle's Reach is a slaughterhouse. Dreamthrall siege our gates day and night. People are hungry, and I have not slept in days. So my temper is a powder keg, I'm afraid. This isn't a courtesy visit, is it?
But Ludwin and her goons stole all my research on the god. She's up to...
What do you mean? The fact of the matter is, I'm in over my head already. The Archmage Ringrim has warped the very reality of Shatterscarp. Let's just say there's a... No one's getting in or out without Ringgrim's say-so.
Ringgrim? As in...
The very one. I feared you'd be excited. Her presence isn't a good thing, Yatsley. She flew into the Shark's Teeth a few weeks ago, and now that area is an impenetrable wasteland of ice. I heard there's an Aedyr who had his mind utterly broken by her. He's still lost out there as far as I know.
Maybe even an entrance to the garden. We absolutely have to go inside and see for ourselves. The Circle of Archmagi don't get involved unless there's something they can gain. They're not really known for their altruism. Look at the Siege of Cragholt. And that was just so that Lengrath could try and show up Consul Hot.
The truth is, I'm up to my neck in catastrophes. Between the horde of dream thralls pounding on our gates and trying to keep peace with Aedyr, I've had to station guards on our borders to control who goes in and out, just to keep everyone safe. I never thought I'd say this, but the Archmage is the least of my concerns. So, Ludwin wants the ruins, but even if I wanted to give them over, Ringgrim controls them. And good luck getting an audience with an Archmage. I didn't know they made adherents with such bravery. You never know what marvels you live to see. You're likely gonna die a very horrible death, but I pray Galawain will at least make it fast.
If she doesn't want to be found, that's all.
When an Archmage like Ringgrim decides they don't want to be disturbed, they make sure of it. There are rumors she uses the bones of the ancient dead to guard her domain. It's definitely practical, I'll give her that. Although, I wonder if it's because she likes giving trespassers nightmares. I wouldn't blame you if you choose to run away. But, if you want to find Ringgrim, head east of here, go past the Pargrunen ruins, and when you see the ice, you're there. And Yatsley, be careful. If Quilichi lost you, he'd never forgive me.
Oh, don't worry about me, Temerti. If my spells fizzle, I can always give a good lashing with my tongue.
That's what I'm afraid of. Good luck. Good. It might convince her to keep you safe. One last thing. Once you had a moment to settle in with Yatsley, come back. I need your help with some...
How exciting. We're off to see an arch... I've just the fragrance for such an occasion. I want to... Meet me by the tavern when you're ready to head out. Make sure all your...
Thank goodness we have Yatsley. Our little friend group needed a bit of chaos.
Let me,
Thank you for returning. Some young idiot Thirdborners decided they'd form their own... And now... probably got murdered for their arrogance. Idiots decided they'd train themselves by taking on the Zarups out in the Deadfall Highlands. Figure out what happened, report back, and I can't imagine what happened to Fior. They'll strike Thirdborn next.
Oh, I should probably.
Good thing they burnt that shack down. Mushrooms growing up the walls.
I hear a loot, but I don't see it.
Are they? That is a salve.
The grief you're feeling now, it doesn't go away.
Let's go, Namiho.
If Shatterscarp is like this now, well, we should get going too.
Go ahead and do this. It's a lot of vendors.
Subtle. Next time they ought to go for X marks the spot.
One last drink. One last drink. Eating spot. So, okay. Okay. It's a lot to do. What to you? I went to you.
Fish! Don't forget your friend Daiko. Welcome back.
But I'll look. Yeah, talk to her. She's like the last thing I really need to do.
Yoo-hoo! Over here, dearie. Ah, there you are. I'll forgive you, though. It gave me a chance to dip into my notes about the Circle of Archmagi. One does not simply waltz into an Archmage's domain unprepared. Tell me, dearie, how much do you know about Reengrim? Oh, it's so exciting, isn't it? Hopefully, we'll even get to keep all our limbs. The Circle of Archmagi are the most powerful magical beings in Eora. Whatever the reason, the fact that she's here at all is significant. Oh, Andras Titties, the Circle sent the Archmage of Terror. Oh, she's just brilliant. Well, Nakukubel is the largest of the godless ruins. It's still got its share of secrets. There must be something in there of interest to Reengrim. Probably something powerful. I knew I liked you, darling. I'll be with you every step of the way. Those Steel Garrote bastards stole all my research about the godless. They'll get to the garden first over their dead bodies. I can show you the way to Reengrim's domain, but we should travel lean. The less of us there are, the less likely she'll take notice. You'll need me to get you in the door, so who's staying behind?
I promise we'll get into the right amount of trouble.
Perfect. Oh, this is going to be fun.
Cause I needed him for fire, so I don't. Oh, so she's who I need. Here. I know I heard a shiny. All right.
You hungry?
It's a quest over here.
Who needs fabric? We still have stock.
Oh, there he is. Come on, Chico. You can do this. Godlike! Winds above! You're really here! I knew I had to find you as soon as I heard you were in Thirdborn. We've got to do something about the Dream Scourge. It's worse every day. One of our neighbors wasn't himself, and we can't afford to lose anyone. People like my Uncle Capo.
I've heard of Capo. He's a local...
That Leviathan hanging over the... Exactly! Uncle Capo's... But... well... Thirdborn hasn't seen the Capo I know in a long time. I've tried everything to convince him to get out of the house. If Thirdborn could see him up on those walls, I hate to impose, but he's tired of hearing from...
Okay.
If you need something, get over here and talk to me.
Hold up.
Let me guess. I'm Nikai. Oh, damn child won't stop hovering over me. They keep trying to send so-called heroes over to cheer. Back when Thirdborn was no more than a husk on the... I've slain 1,000 Zorops, wrestled rock beetles, even slew the Leviathan. Ah, I had but a few harpoons and a single boat that morning. It had taken days to track the creature. My food and water were running out, but I found it. The beast heaved itself up from the water and crashed down onto me. And there, I thrust a harpoon deep into its belly and killed it. Oh, it took days to tow its body back on the flotsam of my boat.
I admit, I'm impressed with how he handles his harpoons.
Ah, well, those days are long past. Still, maybe Chico was onto something when they sent you. You're the one who cleared the dream thralls at the gates, aren't you? Ah, good to know someone is looking out for Thirdborn at least. I tell you what, this old man would like to ask a boon. I want to see my heart one last time. Will you get it for me? A Leviathan heart is a rare thing. When left out in the air, and I had the only one in the living lands. No, I kept it safe, but now, I'm dying. I can feel it in my bones. I don't have long, and I'd like to see my treasure one more time. Get it for me, and I'll see you get a reward. Beyond that, well, I left that old ruin with a few...
Huh. A trapped ruin that isn't from the Godless?
Good luck, God.
Alright. I think I actually wanna see what's the closest thing. I think this is the closest. The one last drink. Just no, I need. Well, according to this, actually, this will take me to all this. So go ahead and do this bounty. Then I'll actually probably end the video there. Well, we'll head next to the other areas, but I'll probably just end the video there because it's, you know, it'll be easier. Oh, yeah. I'm hoping that I get a like a new sword at some point. No, don't y'all. Yeah, this bad boy go.
Wrench breaks. We see you. We've got company.
Oh, big mistake.
Ah, shit. Okay. Hey. That's exactly what I wanted. I would rather have. I'd rather have that than And then weapons are all right. I guess let's head up here. Let's just go ahead and just talk with everybody, and then I'll go ahead and end the video.
Despite everything that's happened, in many ways, Quilichi has been like a second father to me. But Yatsli, she's like my dirty aunt who's up to no good. Oh, she's an expert in that field. While I have your attention, I've been thinking. Why is Inquisitor Ludwig suddenly interested in godless ruins? She's a smart one. We should be ready for anything. Something tells me Ludwig isn't finished with us yet.
I'm telling you, it seems like Ludwig's, it's like not actually her, it's like the goddess that like they all serve.
When I joined you, I thought we'd be exploring the intersection of the... Yet here we are. Without those mines, Thirdborn has no gunpowder. They Perhaps, but this is no time to be fighting with one hand tied behind. At the end of the day, bullets are of limited use against the Dream Scourged. And it'll take more than gunpowder to wrest the living lands out of your Empire's clutches. Anyway, what do I know? I'm an animate. If I must.
For the camp of an official Aedyr and envoy, I was expecting a little more. A proper bed, at least. But I suppose this will do for now. I always... But, as riveting as it is to complain about... Well, because I'm the foremost expert on the godless, of course. So I'm... Unfortunately, it's been quite some time since I've met... And I imagine I'd be more knowledgeable on the subject than anyone else you could find. Technically, yeah. When I got my first grimoire as a child, I was attempting a simple illusion spell, but I must have slipped. I'm sure they were sick to death of hearing me speak of the Oh, Lendergrath transfers their memories. Reengrim is a master illusionist. I'm sure they thought it was harmless. Not that What is childhood but for silly things? My father was able to pull me from the flames as my mother doused them. I burned myself badly enough to give myself some vivid dreams, but... Of course. Now I only burn those that deserve it, like mosquito. The only lasting damage was my burn mark and the dreams. Do you do...
Let's just say we get some funny looks.
Well, next time give it... Thankfully, the dreams are just the usual things. Not studying for an exam, having all your teeth fall out. They're not nearly as enjoyable as my more provocative dreams. Oh. Well, just be sure to have a quick release. Someone should learn from my...
That's one use for...
As delightful as you... Oh, envoy. We need to discuss what happened. Look, I lost more research than I'd like to count. Thank you, envoy. That being said, your ambassador is going to get an... That's what happens when you're the breadbasket of the living lands. At least we were able to get though with everything happening in Thirdborn, safe. At least I know Temerity will keep an eye on them. I think she knows what... Long enough that I trust her to do... You see, Emerald Stair has Naku Tedek. For a young and aspiring godless scholar, it was a godsend, if you'll forgive the pun. And, as a young at heart godless scholar, I've traveled outside the stair to other ruins. That's how I met Temerity. Thirdborn's close to Naku Kubel. And a girl's gotta eat sometime. Yes, why did I choose to settle down with a gorgeous scientist who loves me? What a mystery. I still go out often. And coming home to a warm welcome is love. Oh, part of it is my sparkling personality. It's hard to hate someone when they drop by your lab with lunch after you've forgotten. My mother always said that the way to a man's heart was through his stomach. Guilichi and I got together the old-fashioned way, though. Then I dazzled him with my... Then he showed me an abandoned ruin. Oh, it's not a fairy tale, darling. Any rough patches got smoothed over well enough. He's probably thought this. It's hard to believe that things have changed so much recently. It makes you wonder. When we left, Vidaro seemed to have gotten... Still. At least Quilichi is with them. Thank you, Envoy. I feel a... Try. How can I help? Sweet dreams, Envoy.
Yatsli, when all of this is
Oh
behind...
my god. She has so
Do you
much
think
to say.
those Aedyrans, or were they onto something before? Do you think they could have cured the... I think it was worth it. I just hope... I suppose you're right. And we won't get such a chance again. Had you left them to their own devices... A cure might sound far-fetched, but what if they found treatments for the Dream Scourge? But, well, that's all I had. Unless there's something else. How can I help? Well, I suppose... Though between your dreams and mine, it's what... You remember that I nearly... It was an accident. And I paid for it. Well... It started at first with a fire. I thought it was a little weird, but nice. I learned more every time. I saw that it was a... I assumed it was a library, at least, to explain why there... Oh, everything from dry historical recountings to treatises on... No romances, though. Whoever... No. Never actively. I had read... That's actually how I learned the Aedyr language, which is very useful. In the library, there's just one person, but they do the same thing every night. Then, the fear comes. Oh yes, nothing strikes fear in the heart of Kith. A low, deep banging starts, and it rattles through you, and it replaces the beat of your heart.
A beat. A beat. Steel feet on the shore. They come by night.
And then, as it just gets louder and louder, and right
You've been listening to too many of Jada.
And let me tell you, waking up in a cold sweat does nothing for my fur. How sibilant. Oh, it's strange. I suppose I must like you quite a bit, Envoy. You know, Envoy, we've traveled enough that I think I've gotten a style of fighting. I mean, your fashions. But listening to your incantation, I could probably teach you a thing or... What do you say? How about I show you a little... What? Well, I've taught you all I...
Hey, hey.
Did someone teach you to fight? Or is every...
Listening to Yatsley's thoughts about godless ruins is one thing. Right. Soap is useful sometimes. If she's read anything about the garden, it was written... Bothered? Pedraku. I'll go along with whatever you decide. Just don't beat this anyone. Pleasant dreams.
Yeah.
Good.
I suppose if you're on a wild goose... At least I know how to deal with those sorts of things. Yatsley's got you going in all sorts of abandoned ruins. Who knows what's... How come the answers are never in a little oasis with I just want to make sure we've covered all the options before we dive headfirst into another deadly ruin. Right. Just any... You too.
I just gotta talk with this guy.
Thirdborn. If it weren't for the Leviathan skeleton in the middle of town, I'd hardly recognize the place. 6 years ago, you ever come back to a place and feel like the buildings... Thirdborn was always this rugged oasis. It was a harbor for larger-than-life types. People like Capo, glory seekers, trophy hunters. All that vigor's been being back. Yeah, but I thought age was supposed to bring... I think what's eating at me is that Thirdborn... The Dream Scourge is one threat. Conflict with the Living Lands is changing, and Temerity's leading them as best she can, but towards what? And right now, what about you? You were sent. Since then, you've died, met a secret god, and gotten swept up in between releasing Egwolf and thwarting the Steel Garrote and Emerald Stair. You've opposed your empire's interests. Do you know what you're sailing towards, or are you drifting with the tides? That kind of clarity is rare. Thanks for talking. Well, a marker of his service, and something that helps us.
You always hope it won't.
You hope it won't, but it's an old Rauatayan naval tradition and another debt I owe him. Night.
Hello, everybody. That's everybody. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and end things there.
How to know when to be quiet.
So next up, I'm gonna go ahead and do most of these side quests. And so next episode we're gonna be probably either starting the main story stuff or doing like the remaining side quests. I might just do them all. So anyway, like I said, anything's there. So as always, if you like what you see, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you guys in the next one. Later.